And Charles Fleischer has found a new format for storing data. It's not a disk and it's not a tape. It's a hologram.
One could get on the order of about 25 to 50 movies inside a cubic centimeter of storage medium.
50 movies inside a cubic centimeter?
Yes.
That's a lot of movies.
When was the video game Space Invaders introduced? The Japanese company Taito Corporation brought us the popular game in 1978, and its success is largely responsible for the growth of video arcades and Phil's carpal tunnel.
Fortunately, video games have advanced in design and decreased in size thanks to the shrinking world of data storage.
For instance, currently, CDs are digitally encoded on the surface with O's and 1's called bits. The information is retrieved as the CD spins, and sensors read that information 1 bit at a time.
Because of its two-dimensional format, there's only so much information that can be stored on the surface of the CD. But what if you weren't limited to 2 dimensions? Charles Fleischer found the answer.
As computer processors get quicker and quicker, there's a need for the memory storage devices to also increase in speed. Well, the folks here at Optitech have solved that problem quite nicely with something they call holographic data storage. In a crystal no bigger than this, they could store, say, 50 movies and download them just like that. A CD stores data digitally on the surface of a disk. Using holographic data storage employs an entirely different way of storing the data on a tiny crystal. This crystal has 10,000 surfaces and can store 200 times more information than the standard method, and can retrieve it 100 times faster.
One could get on the order of about maybe 25 to 50 movies inside a cubic centimeter of storage medium.
50 movies inside a cubic centimeter?
Yes.
That's a lot of movies. Holographic data storage would allow us to download movies instantly. It would also allow us to have huge amounts of data stored on crystals no bigger than a sugar cube. I'm not wearing these glasses because I'm going to an Elton John lookalike contest. Actually, they protect my eyes from this laser light. I'll show you. See how it blocks it out? Now, the data storage process is similar to that of a normal hologram. 2 laser beams intersect and create a 3-dimensional picture. One major difference is when this picture is reconstructed, it also includes audio. Sound and pictures stored in a crystal.
As you can see, my image has been holographically photographed, then stored and now retrieved for your viewing pleasure.
Before Bert stores the image in the crystal, first he has to translate the digital information into something called bits. Now, the thing that makes this process so incredible is the laser can read 1,000 bits at a time. A CD can only read 1 bit at a time. I don't think you need to be a mathematician to figure that one out. Okay, I think we got that all fixed. Jerome, fire it up for me, won't you, dear? Excellent. So, now what's happening is the laser is actually writing onto the crystal in the same way that you would write onto a floppy or onto your hard drive at home.
Well, we have a laser here that produces green light. It's split up into 2 paths. One beam here, it's called the reference beam, and then there's another beam that produces an image of the data that we want to store onto the crystal. Where these 2 beams cross, we store the information inside.
Just like a regular hologram.
That's correct.
Exactly. The lasers can record data again and again in the same area of the crystal. And to retrieve my video or any data from the crystal, the reference beam just rotates to the spot it recorded the data and reads it back. Cameraman, come over here. I want you to see this little crystal. It's right down in there, and that crystal has all the information that just came from my video image. Okay, now let's bring up the one that's been stored holographically and see if it musters up.
As you can see, my image has been holographically photographed, then stored and now retrieved for your viewing pleasure.
In the future, Bert hopes to store more data than ever before by stacking the crystals together. Imagine the entire Library of Congress on one crystal.
How about that? Holographic data storage won't be ready for another 5 to 10 years, so in the meantime, we'll have to make creative use of the existing formats like this.
This is the Perios from Datasonics. They claim that it's the smallest, fastest, highest capacity tape storage unit available to the mobile computer user.
The whole shooting match weighs less than 10 ounces, and it works on AA batteries. The Perios can transfer 1 megabyte in 6 seconds, and the cartridge can hold up to 1¼ gigabytes Last we saw, you could get one for under $500. Shop around.
That's all the time we have. Thanks for joining us.
I'm Paul.
And I'm Phil. See you on the next step. Pretty cool.
Yeah, you got